Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine. I'm from the Geeky Pup Show here on the Geeky Pup Show today. For what? For what? For not Spider-Man.
Aw.
No.
Wah, wah, wah.
For the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
Here come the four.
Do. Yes, that's right. It's been it's been a blessing to some that it has not appeared, but we're back, baby, whether you like it or not.
We're back, baby.
Issue 28.
Judging from the fact that there's no one here in the chat but us, I'm going to say they don't.
Well, there you go. But before we get into this issue, we start reading it. Issue 28, Facing the X-Men. Let's meet our cast and crew. To my side, he's small. He's green. He's also a beast. He's Froggy.
Hi, I'm Hank McCoy.
Ooh.
Oh.
At least you're not David Tennant.
Touch me.
If you look right there, he's not every woman in the world to us. He is Eric Brain.
You know, Hank, you're no Namor, but I'll still give you a tumble.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh my.
I miss
Indeed.
Sue's old voice. If you look right down there, who remembers Sue's old voice, who remembers everything, because it never dies, is the Christmas tree. Yeah.
Yay!
But before that, she is playing a woman tonight, but she's also that ever-loving thing. It is Maranya.
Good evening, everyone.
It's Zach. Or...
No,
it's just-
Not,
Zach-
not
Zachary.
It's Zachary.
there's no E in my house. So that would be alarming to me because I'm the only one here. I think I'm the only one here.
He doesn't just show up randomly.
No, he's not like you and your human counterpart.
That's fair. And
You're
finally,
hearing it count? That's amazing.
if you look below me, you can see he's the trustiest of all sidekicks, and he is one heck of a Stan Lee reincarnation. He is the trusty sidekick.
Happy holidays, true believers. Excelsior!
Wow.
And now that you have been stunned enough to stick around for at least 30 seconds more, let's start reading.
The world's greatest comic magazine, Fantastic Four. Guest stars galore as the FF tangles with the X-Men. And that's not all. You'll also see the Mad Thinker, the Puppet Master, the Awesome Android.
Andy.
It's a typical afternoon in the skyscraper headquarters of America's greatest fighting team, which means that the only thing we can expect to happen is the unexpected.
I hope you think my statue does you justice, Ben. You know, I have to work by touch alone.
Hey, it ain't bad, Alicia, baby, especially all those touches you gave me. Considering that no statue could be as lovable as I really am in living color. In living color.
You'd think you would be hard as a rock.
Hey,
There was some
I want to see you touch me.
Hey sis, what are you and Reed looking at? The funnies are in the other section.
We're reading about the X-Men, Johnny.
Read.
Read.
You know, it's amazing how famous I've become in such a short time.
From the Daily Bugle, Mystery X-Men. First exclusive photos, X-Men and new exploit. I don't care if it's the Daily Bugle or not. If it's Marvel, it better be.
Written by Stan Lee, the leader. Drawn by Jack Kirby, the king. Inked by Chick Stone, the master. Lettered by Art Simic, the letterer.
He's all
Co-starring
bars
the
there.
sinister puppet master and the mad thinker and his awesome android.
He's okay.
He's a
Wanna read the
subpar
back?
android.
Okay. X-Men, big deal. They're just a bunch of cornballs, if you ask me. Who'd they ever lick?
Magneto, the Space Phantom, although that was the Avengers. Editorial error. The Blob, Quicksilver, the Scarlet Witch.
Okay, I get the idea.
Also, the Toad, Mastermind, and plenty other salt blocks.
Yeah, but nobody cares about the Toad anymore. But you left out one, little friends. Iceman and I defeated the Barracuda a few months ago, too. It's not like it sounds. It wasn't a date.
Hey,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Oh, that's right. Icy Hot. Great team. So you met one of the X-Men now. Well, we need to have that talk because I'm sure something happened.
Amateur photo.
I got 2 fingers for you, Reed.
Did you interrupt me?
Amateur photog snaps mystery heroes and big city chase. Editorial by Jonah Jameson.
What big city was that?
Oh, God.
I
I
don't
think
know,
it was
but
New York City.
But
New
York City!
Yes,
I bet it was
New York
that Parker
City.
kid that took that photo again.
Yeah, they were chasing after also.
And it all happened in Strange Tales number 120. Editor.
Phooey. They sound like a bunch of hero worshippers. You know, Alicia, baby. If you ask me, you are a better sculptor than the Puppet Master. Or maybe it's just that you had such a great model.
The Puppet Master. Sigh. I had hoped I would never hear that piece of shit's name again.
No love for your father.
Nuts. And screws, too. I'm sorry, Dollface. I forgot that he's your stepfather. I didn't mean to upset you by mentioning him. I guess I just got a big mouth.
Been saying that for years.
Shut up, you.
No shit. But do not reproach yourself, Ben, dear. It is not your fault.
I'm sure there's not a big delight with that big mouth.
Poor Alicia.
Oh, I'm sure there is a
Hey,
big
you're
line.
interrupting my inner monologue here.
Sorry.
Right.
Poor rock face.
Hey, poor Alicia. What a crummy trick fate played on her. Imagine a sweet kid like that having a creep like him for a stepfather. Well, he better not try to come into her life again, not while I'm around.
I'm glad he's talking about the puppet.
Oh,
master,
well said.
and not me with Rager.
But little does the brooding thing suspect that the one he is thinking about is, at that very moment, about to pose one of the greatest threats of all to the Fantastic Four.
It's exactly 12 seconds to 4. According to my calculations, the Puppet Master should enter the doorway at this precise instant. Ah, there he is!
I've received your message, Thinker. Not the Thinker from Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yes!
But no, Fantastic Thinker. But you've contacted the wrong man. I won't help you. What the hell is that? Where did it come from? Is it alive?
Well, that happens to be my android, an all-powerful artificial creature created by Mr. Fantastic, but now obedient only to me, just as you shall be after I've explained my plan.
Oh my gosh, it's Chris Pratt. Andy.
It looks like a butt. By means of my oversized brain, my complex computer machines, I can learn anything, predict anything, accomplish anything. Even though you have been hiding for months, I found you easily by deducing exactly where you would be.
Fantastic Four number 15. Editor.
You were able to steal that mighty android from the Mr. Fantastic? Then you must be even more brilliant than I had heard. You were.
Of course. I always thought he was just Mr. Meh-tastic. That is why my plan to conquer the Fantastic Four cannot fail. And
You
that
know,
is why you will help me.
I want to point out we missed a good chance to have Phil Hartman as the Thinker, Mad Thinker.
He's got a great hair game, though.
It reminds me of Phil Hartman on SNL. He's a caveman lawyer.
No, I've battled them many times in the past, but they've always defeated me. I finally gave up, went into hiding, but now, perhaps.
Exactly. With your strange power and Lex Luthor doppelganger skills and my brain, I promise you that you shall succeed this time.
It's
Purple
funny.
Link.
I'm bald Lex Luthor. You're red-headed Lex Luthor.
It's like purple and green working together.
Give us a lead
Evil.
line.
Yay.
Here's a lead-lined protective suit to shield you from radioactive poisoning. Put it on, for you are about to make your greatest puppet, about to win your greatest victory.
Well, you sound so confident. I can't help but believe you.
Unknown to Puppet Master is that the Mad Thinker would wear that naked.
For weeks, I have examined every fact I could learn about the X-Men, trying to deduce what their leader looks like. On that table in front of you is a rough mold of a head which I believe must resemble the mysterious Professor X.
Guys, it's just my head. But I think I begin to understand.
Use that head as a model. I will now describe what I believe his body looks like. I want you to fashion a puppet of Professor X using your magical radioactive clay. A puppet that must obey your will. Good, good. Don't stop. You are truly a master sculptor. When you have finished, Professor X will be in our power. And that means his X-Men will be ours to command.
You know, I wanted him to actually explain what he looks like. He's a slim guy in a jacket with a three-piece suit. He's bald.
It is done.
It's just me.
Now, concentrate. Concentrate as never before. You must put him under your control. You must.
Oh, I will. I've never failed yet. Just be quiet. Let me keep looking at my puppet. Let me keep projecting my commands to it.
Quit stroking it.
And at that moment, in a quiet, isolated private school in the heart of Westchester County, one of the world's most famous mutants recoils in shock as a stranger's thought touches his brilliant brain.
Someone is trying to exercise mental control over me. I can feel it.
But though his body is confined to a wheelchair, his mind is the most powerful on earth. With every ounce of mental strength he can muster, he fights back.
No. No!
I'm not getting the desired result. Can my puppet be at fault?
No, I expected this to happen. Use more radioactive clay. Increase your power. Hurry!
Little did he know he got it from Match the Litter Box.
I have it all figured out to the last centimeter. Use another 4 1/3 grams of radioactive clay. Hurry! Enough! If you change the ratio by 1,000th of a degree, you'll upset all my prearranged calculations.
I'm doing my best, but the subject is still resisting. What manner of man is he?
What manner of man indeed? Professor X is far more than just a man, for he is a true mutant, one of the hidden race of Homo Superior, the men with an extra power, the X-Men.
I must fight the pressure in my brain.
But even an X-Man is not infallible. The Mad Thinker has estimated the amount of radioactive clay needed to affect Professor X correctly to the last centimeter. And so,
If an evil power gains control of me, what will happen to my X-Men? For their sake, I must fight, must resist. But I can't. Pressure is too great. I must obey.
And so, finally, the magnificent brain of Professor X is put under the diabolical control of the Puppet Master and the Mad Thinker.
I mean, it's mostly my control, but whatever. Professor X, this is your master speaking. You must do as I command. These are your orders.
Seconds later, the hapless professor mentally summons his loyal students.
I have new orders for you. You must obey without question.
Of course, sir. What are the orders?
Make me a sandwich.
Always.
You are to find the Fantastic Four, trap them, and then destroy them.
You can't be serious. It's some sort of subtle joke.
No, Hank, look at his face, his eyes. He's not joking. He means it.
Oh, God, his face. Oh, God. But why, Professor? There seems to be no logic to it. It's inviolable.
I'll decide that. Remember, the power of my mutant brain enables me to listen in to other people's thoughts. Thus, I have learned that the Fantastic Four plan world domination. They must be stopped, and only we can do it. Now go, make it so.
Minutes later, a late-model jet copter noisily approaches the skyscraper heliport atop the roof of the world-famous Baxter Building.
Given that I'm the natural leader here, always.
I beg to differ. I'm the smarter one.
Sure. Here we are. Remember the professor's orders. Get the FF off guard.
Make them think this is a peaceful visit.
While inside the building, hearing his electronic alarm signal, Mr. Fantastic does some observing, as only he can.
Holy shit, a jet copter landed on the roof. Oh my gosh, full of homos, our superiors. It's the X-Men. Formerly women. Or now women.
Having no reason to suspect that the visit is not a friendly one, the FF removes the electronic barriers which guard their 5 tower floors, and then...
They seem to be completely unsuspecting Cyclops.
Well, if you keep
Perhaps.
whispering that out loud, they will be suspecting.
You're even lovelier than the pictures I've seen of you, Miss Storm.
Coming from you, dear, that's a real compliment. And besides, I have an Inca that now gives me a little bit of an ass. And please call me Sue.
And Johnny is holding on to. Wow, look at his face. Holy crap. This is a pleasant surprise, Cyclops. We were just talking about how we had some homos on the way here, and look, you guys show up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, mighty sharp wings you got there, Sonny. What do they feed you? Bird food?
Benjamin J. Grimm, mind your manners. The X-Men are your guests.
I got something craving for chicken.
Well, good golly, much as I hate to do it, I've got to bait the trap now. as Batman ordered.
Yes, Robin, do it.
We've learned of an alien spaceship sighted on a remote mesa west of here. We thought you might join us in investigating it.
Oh shit! Well, I'd like to psych us, but I got a 6-pack and I got a football game I gotta watch. Yeah,
You
but,
drink?
Yeah, don't you? Or do you?
He's old enough to drink.
You're the leader of a team and you drink?
I guess that you just like to sip on martinis. I guess you're kind of flimsy. I don't know,
No
but anyway,
alcohol touches my lips.
dear God, he's a daisy. The Torch and I are just putting the finishing touches on a nose cone I developed for the Air Force. Hey, watch as it blows shit up. All right, we can't leave now. I'm sorry.
I'm very confused about what he's saying. The thinker predicted it would be.
Read your line, boy.
Well, good golly, his answer is just what the thinker predicted. It would be. Now, for the next phase of Batman's plan, I'll need my power beam.
Moving with startling speed, Cyclops blasts the nose cone off its rack and...
Cyclops, what in Sam hell are you doing?
Hey, like what gives? Look out, Reed. He's aiming his power beams at you.
Relax, boy. I can dodge anything.
Can you afford it?
Sure, but for how long? I'll put the kibosh on him my way, like Frankie Sinatra.
Yeah.
Well, it won't work, Torch. My widescreen force beam can hold back your flame as well as any other weapon used against me.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Yes.
well, maybe so, but you can't keep it up forever. And if my flame outlasts your power beam, then you better start headed for the hills, chum.
If you think your flame is going to outlast anything, you haven't been reading these comics.
I don't know, man. I've seen your relationship with Marvel Girl. I think your beam's going to go limp in a little bit.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Batman!
Feel the burn.
Oh.
Meantime, in an adjacent room...
We'd like you to come with us, then. We have a jet copter outside. Sorry, Chicky Baby. I'm too busy admiring my favorite hero, namely big-hearted, blue-eyed Benjamin J. Grimm.
I know I can do better.
Oh, you hush. But it's vitally important. You must come with us. We have our orders. Oh, you have you? Well, mercy me. Now, ain't that a heart-rending state of affairs? Very well. If you want to be difficult, I'll make you accompany us like this. Hey, what you doing to my pride and joy? Oh, the statue is too heavy for me to suspend by my telekinetic power. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drop it. I can't look. It's like watching big, beautiful me being clobbered.
Lamb.
Oh, cut it out, you sissy.
And this is why we haven't liked her since issue 28.
Hey, if you were a female, I'd demolish you. But the only thing I could do is to a nut like you is give you the spanking of your life, and you'd love it.
Oh, no.
Quieter,
Oh, my.
Papa Spank.
Yeah. Papa Ben spank, yeah. Stay away from me. It was an accident. Keep back. I'll keep him off balance telekinetically for as long as I can. Hey, stop! Come on, cut it out, will you? This is embarrassing.
It's the Tasmanian Devil.
Ben, what's happening? Why is she using her mental power on you? Stop it, Marvel Girl.
Uh-oh. Looks like the time for subterfuge is over. It's out in the open now. We'll have to use force.
Oh my.
He's gonna wing it.
Don't struggle, Miss Storm, and you won't be hurt. I'm sorry to do this, but we have our instructions.
Put me down. If the others see you, they'll clip your wings but good.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh, yeah. Careful, Angel. What? I'm not gay yet. Don't drop her.
I just want to point out, though, that Sue would be happy for another man carrying her away from me.
Only Namor. Okay.
The only wing she likes are ankle wings.
Oh,
Yeah. You can put her down now. My frozen lasso will keep her from running away. I warn you, boys, the Fantastic Four won't think this is the least bit funny.
We're not trying to be funny, Miss Storm.
All I can say is those games.
I also want to point out we are trying to be funny in this reading, though, and failing miserably.
Meanwhile, just on the other side of the wall,
You gentlemen are causing all of us a great deal of unnecessary discomfort. It behooves me to show you the error of your ways.
Here comes the beast, Johnny. You handle Cyclops. I'll tackle him.
Follow the bouncing ball. I'm warning you, Torch. Stay back. Don't force me to give you a full intensity power beam blast. I'll do it too.
First, I'll roll the beast out of the way, and then race back to get a beer, and then help Johnny.
but Mr. Fantastic's foe is well named, for he possesses the agility of a jungle animal and...
Oh my. I appreciate the ride, my fantastic friend, but surely this isn't the time or place for this kind of act. Maybe later.
Don't call him
shit.
Shirley.
He's too nimble. I can't get him off. Balance. I have more lines. What the hell?
Get back.
Son of a gun. Get back there. Go
Get
back.
back. Get back, JoJo.
I don't care for this.
Look, there it is.
All right. Once more time. He's too nimble. I can't get him off. Balance. I'll try something else.
Too bad you couldn't try another line.
With the speed of thought, Reed unfolds his pliable body, hurling his articulate adversary off balance.
Now that was a rash, impetuous thing to do.
But moving with cat-like grace, the beast recovers faster than Mr. Fantastic. And then...
Oh my gosh, it stinks in here! Help! Help! Oh god! Wait, what's that?
He touched Ovendom.
That's not your hand! Your flexible frame can be as much of a handicap as an asset, especially when a dexterous chap like me can bend you into the proverbial pretzel shape like this. Oh god, it's in my mouth.
Sorry, son. You're so in love with the sound of your voice, I figured I'd plug it. And then you forget about the others. Can be dexterous. The two, like this.
I stand corrected, sir.
Yeet.
He eats him.
But as John Paul Jones so sternly said, I have not yet begun to fight. Tisk tisk, your evasive action is merely prolonging the inevitable outcome.
If only I had my beer. And then I could also hope to learn their motives. Why are they fighting us?
At that second, the momentum of his charge hurls the fast-moving beast smack dab into the Thing, whom Marvel Girl had been holding at bay via her telekinetic power.
Ah, thank goodness it's you, Beast. I couldn't hold him off much longer.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
It's purely accidental, I assure you. And skipping my lines again. I am going to sue. I assure you,
Angel and Iceman have
He
sued.
won't have you.
fighting the thing isn't exactly my biggest ambition in life.
Hey, I'll get to you in a minute, loudmouth. First, I want to keep this little tigress from getting away. Beast, do something. He's caught me.
I am. I'm watching this.
He'll do something all right. He'll go sleepy by after I connect with, hey, where is he?
I've got to stay out of range of that pilot driver arm of his. There's Iceman. Quick, my Sub-Zero friend. Oh, God, that's not what I meant. Toss a frigid frost bomb at that thing.
You took the words right out of my mouth, beastie.
Before the super powerful thing can bring his muscles into play, his teenage foe engulfs him in blocks of quick freezing, rock hard ice.
Hope that'll hold him long enough for us. Gene, get out of my head. For us to finish our mission here.
By now, the epic battle is raging all over the FF's headquarters.
Hey, you dick. Don't train your power beam on those experimental ray machines. You're playing with disaster. And
I'll take that chance. It's the only way to force you to surrender.
Let me at him, Reed. I'll launch a fireball that even his power beam won't be able to handle.
No, Johnny, I've made my decision. I'm going to have a beer in the fridge over there, and then we got to learn their motive for this kind of attack. We'll pretend to surrender, mainly you, and then we'll see what their plan is. Trust me, son. Only you.
You're my dad.
I am your father.
Son.
You call him daddy.
All right. You win, Cyclops. Put a stop to the fight, and we'll accompany you as you ask. Quotation marks.
Oh, wow, really? That's great. The professor will love to hear this. A wise decision. First, I'll assemble everyone in this room, beginning with the thing.
I thought assembling was the Avengers thing.
Shut up.
At that moment, the enraged human powerhouse smashes his frozen head covering and...
Okay, Iceman, it's clobbering time.
Ben, hold it. This is Reed, if you can't tell by my accent. The fight's over.
Hey, you can't do this to me. I was robbed.
Rob load.
I know how you feel, friend. I was going to have a six-pack. But there's more to this than drinking beer. And there's more than this also that meets the eye. Now shut off our ray.
Transformers?
Shut off our ray machines. The next move is up to the X-Men.
Hey, I better land a haymaker on someone pretty soon. I don't want to grow up frustrated.
I still don't get it. Why would they want to battle us?
Yes, let's proceed with all the deliberate speed, Cyclops. The FF may not remain submissive and docile much longer. I'm nailing these big words.
Oh my God, it's a Christmas miracle.
Sorry, Miss Storm. We'll have to take you as a hostage to make sure your three partners follow us as they promised. You'll have enough air in this steel locker, and it will prevent you from trying any of your invisibility tricks on us.
We have to capture you. You're the woman.
Okay, Angel. Get the jet copter down from the roof and let's get going.
I read you loud and clear, partner.
I said never to call me that in front of the team.
Sorry. Seconds later.
Don't worry, Miss Storm. I'll be so gentle with you as possible. and rough later in my room.
Oh my.
We regret the necessity for such extreme measures, but we don't want you in our heads.
As soon as we're all aboard, head for Destination A, and be sure the Fantastic Four are able to follow us.
From what I know about that, shit. Quixotic, yes, thank you. I knew that word. Quixotic Quartet. They could follow a shadow in a pitch black cavern where Zack will not find us.
And the words are hardly out of the beast's mouth when...
Hey, they're running off with Susie Q. Gangway!
No need to tear the place apart, man. It's just Sue. Neighbor can find her. And everything is under control. I guess we'll go after them.
I don't get it, Reed. Aren't you worried about Sue? Or are you just a dick?
Yeah, of course I am, Johnny. But first, I need to go get some beer. I'm sure she's not in danger. Don't worry.
We're having an intervention for you soon. This whole thing is nuts, if you ask me. Look, there they go.
They didn't ask you.
Wait, intervention? Are you bringing beer to this meeting? They want us to follow them, and that's, well, I guess what we'll do. We've got to see it through now. Yeah, we'll do that. Here, you put your woman in that cave over there, little stove.
Oh, Ben, someone placed me up there on the ledge. I heard everything that happened, but I do not understand.
That proves my theory. If you put a blind woman on top of a high place, she'll stay put. Also, the X-Men mean no actual harm. They even put Alicia out of harm's way where she'd be safe unless she fell.
Well, if that's how they act when they're being peaceful, I'd hate to see them when they're looking for trouble.
Forget Elf on a Shelf.
Hey, you just stay here, honey face, where you'll be okay. I'll be back as soon as we knock some sense into those crazy little mixed-up kids.
Be careful, my darling.
I'll always be careful.
Hey, let's go, partner. Johnny has the pogo plane warmed up and ready for takeoff.
Oh, no.
Watch that hand, you.
My hand's got pixel fingers. Did you see that?
Oh my God.
Minutes later,
That's it. Set the radar or computer thing to vibrate. I mean, vibration of the frequency of their jetcopter engine. Why isn't it called a jetcopter?
Yeah. Hey, Fooey, I like the good old days when they said they went that away. You know something, Reed? If you and that Beast character ever got into a real conversation, nobody could understand you except Noah Webster, and even he wouldn't be sure.
Cool it, pal. We gotta study these gauges.
Gauges.
Gauges. I went to public school.
You know, Johnny, you don't fool me at all. You don't even know what you're looking at. And also, Ben, you hold a college degree or two yourself.
Yeah, hold on my hands. Hey, don't broadcast it, String Bean. I want the admiring world to think I'm a self-made genius.
Hold it.
Oh, is that you? Oh.
I have no idea.
Well,
I'm
very
on
good.
flying. I'm on the flying, so
That's you, Reed.
exactly. Thank you, sir. All right, hold it. Knock off the chatter. That jetcopter doohickey is slowing for a landing between that crest that's over there.
That dude.
Little in the woods.
Maybe they had engine trouble, Reed. They couldn't have wanted to land on that lonely plateau. It's strictly Nowheresville.
Yeah, maybe, Johnny. Stupid kid. And we'll find out, Johnny. We're following them down.
Down, down, down.
meantime, on the barren ridge below.
Oh my God. they're coming. I don't know how she can see that, though. What do we do now?
I don't know. Professor X's orders were to land here and just wait. But I'm sure he has good reason, and we're all going to follow that.
Yeah.
You mean you fought with the Fantastic Four, took me prisoner, took away my vibrator that I had something to do when I was thinking about Namor, came to this desolate place, and don't know why?
The one we take orders from knows what he's doing, Miss Storm. Our job is merely to obey him. Suddenly, a sharp commanding thought reaches all the assembled X-Men.
Well done, my X-Men. Now, when the Fantastic Four leave their aircraft, you are to battle them again and completely subdue them. That is all.
He's on.
It's like
Oh, wait,
Cyclops.
is that a Cyclops?
That's like,
Probably.
Well, but good golly, sir. Why? Why are we doing this? It doesn't make sense. No use. He's broken thought communication. Oh, we're going to die.
Then, no sooner do Reed, Johnny, and Ben leave their pogo plane when...
Reed, they're attacking us again. What's the word, boss man?
what's a safe word?
Rutabaker. Yeah. I think. Anyway, defend yourself, Johnny. Unless you like going icy hot. You too, Ben. Try not to hurt anyone if possible. I know you tend to kill few people.
Hey, you heard the man, Cyclops. Now don't spoil everything by saying ouch.
I can't say anything. I have no lines here. Oh, I have lines here. It isn't I who might be hurt, thing. Not so long as I have my power beam trained on you and operating at full thing-crushing strength.
Uh-huh. Hey, that blame thing is like trying to push over a mountain. But I'll get past it. I got muscles I ain't even used yet.
Well, good golly. His strength is unbelievable. He's actually forcing his way through my high-intensity power beam. What will Batman say?
You have failed, Robin. Good night.
But suddenly, the ground opens beneath Ben's feet, and...
Hey, what's going on here? How did an open manhole get down below?
Holy shifting plateau! It's been booby-trapped! Is it the work of Professor X?
Was a nice Ben. Ben! Hang on, old friend. I'm coming.
I've got to get to Richards before he can rescue the thing. But before the fast-flying angel can reach Mr. Fantastic, another booby trap is sprung.
Oh, God, a revolving reel device. A hose reel. It caught me. It's spinning me around and around.
baby.
We're going to go fishing.
A real device? I guess it's better than an imaginary device.
Oh, no.
Reed is trapped, but I can't go to his aid. I dare not release Marvel Girl from my invisible force field.
Something is holding me. Something unseen. I can't escape it telekinetically.
And I can't contact Space Ghost.
That's right.
No, I've got to release her. I've got to help the man I love. And since he's not here, I'll help Reed. Oh, there goes the torch. If only I'd waited a second longer.
I am free.
No.
Whoever booby-trapped this plateau was prepared for everything. There goes some sort of missiles heading for the Human Torch and Sue Storm. It's shooting Cadbury cream eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Look out, sis!
Too late, Johnny. Can't dodge in time.
Or forward.
And now they have Magneto capes.
The missiles opened up into some sort of asbestos-covered straitjackets. Hey, in 40 years, we'll be rich from suing. This whole plateau is one gigantic trap for the Fantastic Four.
But the X-Men have always fought for the law and justice, the same as we. Why are they doing this? Why? Why, I say?
And as the X-Men ask themselves the same question, a large section of Earth suddenly lifts aside, revealing... Listen, the sound of huge gears grinding.
I told you my plan would succeed without mishap. The thinker never makes a mistake.
Still not the Spider-Man thinker. But I wouldn't have believed it. But everything has happened exactly as you predicted it would. Now, all that remains is the mopping up.
Go get a bucket.
Turn, X-Men, and face those whom you will now serve.
No, the puppet master.
The Mad Thinker.
I don't know what you're saying. That looks exactly like Professor X. But he's standing, dear God! I've read about them. They were each defeated by the Fantastic Four many months ago, many issues ago, multiple times.
Is anyone else happy that the android is wearing pants?
Yes.
But this time, it's we who have won, using you as the bait.
And you'll continue to obey us so long as I have your leader in my power.
So that's the answer. We should have guessed.
I know that your leader controls you by mental telepathy. So long as I control him, you are all my slaves. Now, I'll order him to make you all unconscious.
And many miles to the east,
Use the power of your big mutant brain. Make your X-Men lose consciousness. I command you. I feel you trying to resist me, but you know it is useless. For I control the magic clay which molded your figure. You must obey me. You must obey. You must obey. You must obey.
Need that Joe's afterwards.
there are 4 lights. Then, slowly, limply, the startled X-Men sink to the ground as the mental pressure exerted by the most powerful brain in the world forces them into unconsciousness.
You must sleep, my X-Men. Sleep. Sleep.
But, great as the brain power of Professor X may be, when spread over 5 subjects at once, it is diffused, thinned out to the point where another strong brain might resist it. A brain such as the Beast's.
I must disregard the professor's command. The puppet master is controlling him. I must fight back, and not go limp like the others.
Catching the diabolical duo by surprise with his sudden attack, the Beast manages to knock the fatal object from the puppet master's hand.
Once I wrest that puppet from you, I'll shove my foot in your mouth. And then the tide will be turned in our favor.
Suck on my toe.
Actually,
Stop him! Stop him, you fool!
No, don't destroy it. It was my greatest handiwork yet. Don't let me be defeated again. I can't bear it. No.
And that's how Charles Xavier died the first time.
Meantime, 100 feet below the surface,
hey, anyone that thinks this cozy little gopher hole can stop the thing has rocks in his head? I'm supposed to be with rocks around my head.
And the answer is the moment. Not this issue.
Oh, no.
Not this issue.
It's Namor!
All I gotta do is make myself some steps by punching holes in the wall, like this. And now, someone's gonna pay for making me skin my delicate little knuckles the way I did. But first, I better see what this is. Holy Hannah Montana! Look who's all tied up in knots. What happened, Stretcho? Some Boy Scout used you for rope practice?
Benjamin, your soda wit is wasted on me now. Our first job is help those X-Men.
Hey, help them! I thought we were fighting them.
Tear these coverings off, Sue. Wait, leave them on Sue. Take them off, Johnny. And I'll explain as we go.
Hey, skip the explanations, pal. Just tell me who to clobber this time.
Thanks, partner. Now watch my smoke.
You're welcome.
Oh, just
son.
lay here.
Hey, I feel like a guy who rides in the middle of a murder movie. I can't tell the good guys from the baddies without a program.
Neither could I. I just want to go get a beer. But for a while, Ben, it's been all clear now. Dangerously clear. Look at that ass. This is good,
Namor,
Edgar.
I mean Reed. It's your android, the one you created months ago, which the mad thinker stole.
And there's the Puppet Master. Looks like it's old home week for villains. It's an old joke.
Yeah. The Thinker and Puppet Master gained control over the X-Men. They made them fight us. But their control is gone now, and so they're using this android as a last resort. And look, he's got pants.
Fools! My awesome android is subject to my every mental command. He can defeat an army. You haven't a chance.
Let me get you a kilt.
Careful, Iceman. The android can take on the characteristics of whoever attacks him. See? He's given himself your icy powers.
A fine time to tell me. Oh, no.
Does that make him Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Boy, I ought to get a medalist chump of the year.
Wait, that might be me.
Oh, that isn't
Yeah.
me.
Boy, I ought to get a medalist chump of the year. I won Iceman, but the android attacks me, and he's covered me with a casing of ice. What am I, Batman?
Johnny, you're covered in his bodily fluids.
Oh,
Probably
no.
not the first time, but are you all right? Does anything hurt? Did he cream?
Only my pride, boss man. Only my pride. And not that kind of pride either. No jokes.
That android is almost unbeatable, but perhaps I could topple him with my connect counter. Oh, he's so heavy. It's so hard. Oh, dear God.
That's why.
He's dead.
Can't apply any more pressure. My head's spinning round and round. Oh.
Good girl, Jean. You take it easy now. I'll finish the job with my power beam.
Yeah, he'll only have it for like 5 seconds.
Be careful, all of you. The android is indestructible. No amount of power will stop him. But perhaps I can contain him with my invisible force field until we can think of something. Get it? Think?
Uh-oh.
It's no use. He's too strong. He broke free.
Hey, stand back, little lady. At last I found myself a target big enough to pulverize. So, you're too strong to be stopped, huh? Them's fighting words to battling Benjamin Grimm.
Ben, it won't work, you dumbass. Get away from him. Don't you remember? He can make himself a copy of you, a bigger, stronger. quality smarter copy.
Hey, yeah, well, that I'd like to see. Yow, me and my fat lip mouth.
Meanwhile, back at his headquarters, the gifted leader of the X-Men finds himself released from the Puppet Master's spell since the thing smashed the irresistible puppet.
It's over. My brain is my own again. My thoughts are governed by me once more. Whoever is responsible for what has happened will find that there is no place on Earth my thoughts cannot reach. No place on Earth where he can hide from my vengeance.
Come on, brother. He was just a drunk.
And then the mighty mutant brain of Professor X reaches out, grasping the entire situation in a fleeting instant.
Only one thing will stop that inhuman menace. A precise pressure on the exact control center of its artificial body.
And then one of the most remarkable mental feats of all time is performed by the leader of the X-Men. From a point many miles away, he applies mental pressure at a certain section of the android's artificial nervous system. And then...
Hey, I don't know my own strength. I buzzed him a couple of minutes ago, and he's caving in now. West Coast reaction.
Gene, it's over. You can wake up now. Or you can stay asleep. But the android's been stopped. We've won.
It's incredible. It's as though he was beaten by an invisible command. Sue, was it Sue? I thought, but I thought it struck from out of nowhere. It had to been Sue. It's invisible, right?
What happened to the Thinker and the Puppet Master?
But how is that possible?
Hey, if you ask me, Reed's been reading too many fairy tales.
No, that was me. The last I saw, the beast chased them into that tunnel they came out of.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Well, what are we waiting for, little chum?
Hold it, Angel. I'm getting a thought from Professor X. He says we should wait up here. We're too late to follow.
He's going to melt our brains, guys.
Oh my.
While in the tunnel below, the beast has gone too far in his pursuit to turn back.
I hope I can crash through that sliding wall panel before they lose me. Boing, boing, boing. To the next page, my little friend.
But a half-ton of solid steel partition is too much for the teenage X-Man, and the Mad Thinker and Puppet Master reach a previously prepared position.
What is this place? You never told me about it, you son of a bitch.
I only met you at the start of this issue. We're not married. I always have an alternate plan in case I should miscalculate. This is our means of escape.
But
I
what
just-
about that night that you held me in your arms?
I have a TARDIS in the back corner.
I just
Sure you
realized-
do.
Everything was perfect until you allowed that accursed puppet to be smashed. It was the one eventuality I did not foresee.
We were so close to victory. So close.
About as close as your eyes are to each other.
Look, yeah, there goes Scrooge McDuck and Peter Lorre. They had escape plane headed actually in a concealed cave.
Bah! We've only lost one battle. I never make the same mistake twice. Next time, my plan will be flawless.
I dislike being the bearer of bad news, but I must ruefully admit that my quarry eluded me.
We know it, Beast. We just saw them take off.
They won't escape. Oh, good, I'm back. We'll find them sooner or later.
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, wait, that's Angel. Sorry.
Mr. Fantastic, we hope you'll accept our sincere apologies for what happened. We were merely following orders. We didn't dream the evil puppet master was behind those orders, even though they made no sense whatsoever.
No apology needed, son. Even the Nazis were idiots. They were following orders. You were valiant foes, I guess. And then equally valiant allies, yeah. We're proud to have met you, Homo Superiors.
Hey, knock it off, Free, before I start bawling.
Your ordeal is ended, my X-Men. Return to me now.
Is that Cyclops?
That's right. I was saying that's him.
That's the professor. Let's go, guys.
I think wasn't he the only one that spoke to God? Cyclops?
Yeah.
Relate orders? Anyway.
They're a wonderful group. Makes you proud of the youngsters today and just sad that they're going to be wiped out by the Inhumans one day.
I wonder who they really are.
Refugees from a freak show, if you ask me. And
No one did.
Hey, I speak anyway.
Yes, you do.
All right. Now, if the android was beaten the way I suspect he was, the leader of the X-Men is far wiser than anyone dreams. And on this angle, I could see up his pants.
Oh, no.
It's strange, Reed. You originally made the android to help mankind, but then the mad thinker turned it into a menace.
Menace?
That's the irony of science, Johnny. No invention is good or bad of itself. It's only the use to which mankind puts it that really matters. But we should just get rid of social media.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll ever meet the X-Men again.
You're not dating them.
Well, one thing's certain, you sure couldn't miss them in a crowd.
Hey, they weren't too bad for amateurs. Except for the Beast. He's too ugly.
The end. Naturally, if you want to see more of the X-Men, we won't object. They're on sale now. As for the top-ranking FF, issue number 29 may well go down in history as... Oops, we're out of room. Buy it and see for yourself.
And here we go. That is the end. We want to thank you so much for joining us. We had a very fun time reading this book. It's good to be back with the Fantastic Four.
Yes. It's great to see my little Rhaegar in the crowd again.
Always.
What's the safe word?
Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment the safe word below.
At
Also,
least you can't see little Rhaegar.
check out the Ko-Fi if you can. It helps us with our, the Marvel and DC services, as well as StreamYard. It costs a pretty penny. But if you're willing, it helps. Now is the end. I know you don't want us to go, but
don't worry, I'll stay behind.
Is this our last reading of the year?
You know what?
I kind of want to do another one.
Yeah, I think this might be our last reading for the year, though.
Yeah.
We have had a good time this past year reading.
What a high
these
note to go
books.
out on.
You have always been watching, all 10 of you, which is actually just the 6 of us and a few other people who I don't know why you're here, but it means a lot. I want to thank you and say goodbye.
Excelsior!
So long.
Good night.
Happy New Year.
Later.